What's going on everybody, my name is Rico, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my channel is about vlogs, series and tutorials, and in this episode I'm going to show you guys how to create a 3D effect using GIMP. Right, so here's the image that we're going to work with. Let me show you guys the end result. So here's the image that we're going to create. It's a 3D image. And what I've done is I've already imported the image of Nacho, but for now I'm going to deselect it and I'm going to work on the phone. First thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that this has an alpha channel. So I'm going to hit the right mouse button and I'm going to click add alpha channel. And then alpha channel, make sure that, let me get an eraser tool and let me increase the size. Make sure that the background is transparent. So let me undo that by hitting Ctrl Z. And now what I want to do is I want to remove the screen from the phone. And for that I'm going to use the path tool. This is a tool that we will be using a lot today. So I'm just going to click inside the image and I'm going to click alongside the border of the screen. Let me zoom in a little bit. Maybe make sure that this area has a curve in it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click around the image. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'll speed that one up. And now that we're at the end of the screen, I'm going to hit the control and then click the first point. And now we've got ourselves a selection. Let me scroll out. If you want to zoom out, you can hit the control and scroll the mouse wheel button towards you or away from you. So away from you is zooming in and towards you is zooming out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit enter and now you'll see moving ends, which means that this is a selection. I'm just going to hit the delete button to make sure that this is gone. And now we're going to select none, click the move tool to make sure that we get rid of the path, and there you have it. So this is transparent and this is the image. Now I'm going to activate Nacho as layer. What you can do is you can go to file and then open as layers. And then you can add it. The first thing that I want to do is I want to change the direction that he's looking at. So for that I'm going to use the mirror flip tool. I'm going to click it, and if you hit the control and then click inside the image, you see that this is the way how it will be turned. If you release the control, it means that it'll flip upside down. So this is exactly how I want it. And now what I want to do is I want to scale this image. But for that, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the opacity so that I see the phone in the background. And now I'm going to use the scale tool. I'm going to click inside the image. I'm just going to scale it. If this perspective changes, just hit shift and then you can change any way you like. So if this is happening, just hit the shift. And now let's resize it. I'm going to place him over here. Just make sure that the grass is covering the corners, so you don't have to use content aware and stuff like that. So let me bump it up. And I think this looks pretty fine. So let's just hit scale. And now the image has been scaled. And what we need to do right now is we need to make sure that we get a selection of Nacho and the grass and that everything else will be gone. So for that we're going to create another path. I'm just going to move around Nacho. There you go. And then around this side for the phone. This side and then this side as well. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to start with the head. Just going to click around. For the sake of this tutorial, I'll speed it up. You don't have to be very precise. We will be using the erase tool in a minute to soften everything, but just make sure that you do the best way you can. So let me speed this one up and I'll be right back. And just make sure that you follow along the edges of this phone. Make sure you curve it whenever needed. There you go. Let's zoom in. If you want to curve it, what you can do is you can click this and then drag it like this or like that. That's one way to do it. Or you can just curve it like so. And then hit Control, click the final point, hit enter, and that's how you get these moving ons. So now we've made a selection, and what I want to do is I want to invert it. So I'm going to select, invert, and then I'm going to hit the delete button, and now everything on the outside has been deleted. So let's go to select, none, and let's click the move tool, and now let's increase the opacity to 100%, and let's scroll in, and you see that we still got a little bit of green over here. I want to address that. I think the phone looks pretty fine, to be honest. So I'm not going to change that, but I want to change something about these edges. So let's grab the eraser tool and let's put the hardness on 25 and then keep the size. No, I'm going to decrease the size by quite a bit to make it very small. Make sure that you've put it on about 13 hardness, not too much, force not too much as well, and just paint over the sides just to soften them up a little bit. So you see that it makes a huge difference in how this actually looks. And as far as I'm concerned, you can really go over these edges without making it look artificial. So here we go. And now I'm going to see if we've got some greens over here. Yes, we do. This is very hard because Nacho has got a lot of hairs and I already removed his whiskers because that just didn't look good. So I'm going to decrease the size and then fast forward this for you guys. There we go. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create a layer group. I'm going to call this Nacho because we will be adding something to it. So let's just drag this inside the layer group. There we go. And what I want to do is I want to create a new layer right now because I want to give it some contrast and some color. So I'm going to create a new layer and let's call this contrast, fill with foreground color because I've got it set on black. Let's click OK. That's very dark. So let's put it to soft light. I like how this looks. Let me decrease the opacity a little bit. And 82% looks fine. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to create another new layer. And I'm going to call that orange. And I'm going to fill that with the background color. I thought foreground, but background color. So now it's very orange. And I'm going to change this to soft light as well. I'm going to decrease the opacity to about 20%. I think that looks pretty fine. And what I do want to do is I want to erase a small part of the phone. So I'm going to use the eraser tool, get a nice big brush, and then just paint over the phone. Just ever so gently to get rid of a little bit of the orange. There we go. And what I want to do as well is I want to change how Nacho looks. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure that the layer group is selected. I'm going to click and create a new layer. I'm going to call that layer flare. And I'm going to fill this with the foreground color. So edit, fill with foreground color. So now it's black again. Don't worry about that. First, what we're going to do is we're going to filters and then light and shadow, gradient flare. I want to use the distant sun and I want to place it in the middle. There we go. Let's change the settings. Let's increase the radius. So now it's increasing and I want to rotate it a little bit. I want to change the hue as well. So this is more red. Let's put it more orange-like. There we go. And let's change the angle just a little bit. And now let's hit OK. And now we've got ourselves a flare. However, we can't see the image that we're working on. So for that, we're going to change the mode and we're going to change it from normal to screen. And there you go. Back is Nacho. So let me grab the move tool and let me just click inside this layer. And then I'm going to place it over here. I think that looks pretty fine. But because this is too harsh, I want to change it a little bit with a Gaussian blur. So let's go to tools. No, wait, let's go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur. And let's give it quite some blur. How about 25%? I think that looks pretty fine. Let's click OK. And now the blur has been applied. And there's one more thing that I want to do because we're missing the shadow layer. So let's go back to the image and let's click Nacho. And what I want to do is, this is the area where the shadow is at, which is logical because we've put a light over here and the sun was here as well. So that's why this side of Nacho is lit up. So let's grab the path tool and let's just draw a path. It doesn't have to be very precise. We can just click inside Nacho and then maybe go over here to his mouth and then maybe his tongue and then back to his nose and then up again. And then let's use this area right here. Here we go. This doesn't have to be very precise because we're going to make it black anyway. But it's just to make sure that we've got a silhouette of his face. Now let's click enter. So we've got ourselves a selection. And we don't need to feather it. But what I do want to do is I want to create a new layer. I'm going to call that shadow. Shadow. Let's click OK. Fill with transparency. And now I'm going to edit and then fill with foreground color. There we go. Now let's go to select, none, and let's click the move tool. And now what I want to do is I want to change the perspective of this black area right here. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to flip this one upside down. So let's click this symbol right here, flip tool, and let's click inside it. And now it's been flipped. And then what I want to do is I want to change the perspective. So for that we're going to use the Unify Transform tool. I'm going to click inside it. Now what I want to do is I want to drag these edges out, and that's because I want to change the perspective. There we go. And this is how I like the shadow to be. Maybe drag it a little bit towards here and then go like that. Scroll out a little bit. There we go. I think that looks pretty fine. Let's click transform. And now we've got ourselves a shadow, but obviously this looks horrible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur that one out. I'm going to change the opacity. So I'm going to put the opacity on 50%. So now it isn't as dark as it was a minute ago. And the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of Gaussian blur. And let's try 20 in this case. And there we go. Now we've got ourselves a nice shadow. I want to get rid of this area right here. So let's get the eraser tool. And then just paint over this area to make sure that it's now gone. Now let's activate the flare because somehow that got deactivated. Here we go. And this is it. So the final thing that I want to do is I want to change a few things over here. So I'm going to colors, and then I'm going to change the temperature. And I want to warm it up. So it starts with the original temperature and then it's got the intended temperature. So I want to warm it up. So I'm going to move it to the right. And to show you guys before and after, let me click the split view. And then the right side is the original side and the left side is the edited side. And as you can see, Nacho is now much more yellow than he was before. This might even be a little bit too much, so let me decrease that a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. It's very subtle, but you can definitely notice. Let's click OK. And that has to do with the fact that I really wanted to give this a warm feeling. And that's it. I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. I had a lot of fun making this tutorial. If you guys got any questions or suggestions for GIMP tutorials, feel free to email me and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And for this week, I guess there's just one more thing left for me to say, which is make love to the like button, consider subscribing if you haven't already, hit that bell button to be the first to be notified when I drop in a video. And until next time, doei!